Good evening, everyone. This is Tony Embry, and we're here for Wind Down Wednesday. So we are doing a project tonight, and it'll be probably a little bit longer. I've cut a lot of stuff and done some prep, so it wouldn't be such a long project. But anyway, I wanted to welcome you, and hope you had a wonderful day. Hi, Vicki. So I'm coming to you from the Riverview Creative Studio in New Bern, North Carolina. And I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. My name is Tony Embry, and you can view my website at www.riverviewcreativestudio.com. I have blog posts, and you can go to the store and everything like that. So anyway, I hope you'll check it out. So tonight we're going to make a box, a storage box, and I've been making a lot of them, and I keep talking about making them, and so tonight we're going to do it. So I needed some more, so I wanted some for my Christmas papers, and of course I have retired Christmas papers, so it's a good way to use your retired papers if you have them. Of course you can use current stock if you want to, but I have a lot of retired stuff from last year, so I thought, well, I'll just use that. So this paper is retired from last Christmas, the DSP. So anyway, so this is the storage box, and it holds, so then there's 6 of these, and these hold, I'll show you, what, I think I've showed it to you before, but it'll hold 6, it holds 6 different DSPs, and so I just put labels on them, but you could, you could use them over and over again. You just change the labels if you wanted to. So yeah, so they're a little bit not hard to make. They just a little time consuming until you get it down, but they go pretty fast. But I really love it because it's so easy. When I want to use something, I don't have to go looking through everything. I know where they are, so I have them on the shelf, and I have about 6 of them. 6 of these now, but I don't have all my papers cut, so they're not all full. And we're gonna make, I've made 2 today, we're gonna make 1 more, so I'll have 3 more. So anyway, but that's what those are. And so I thought I would take the time and show you guys. So this is one of the little boxes the DSP fits in, which is really nice. And so this holder will hold 6 of them, and so it fits really nicely. So anyway, but that's what we're gonna do. So let's see. Put these boxes, and you can do them in any color. This is actually retired stock, so from a few years ago, I guess. But anyway, I bought it on the clearance, I think. Anyway, so what I've done is I've cut a bunch of these, and so I'm going to score one and everything with you instead of using these. But I made enough of these to do all my boxes with. So this one I'm going to do some Thanksgiving paper on, just because. So the first thing we'll do is make this box, and so I put down these. Let me see if I can get my computer to be on point with me tonight, because I like to see what I could see. So just pardon me for a second. Let me see if I could get my Riverview to show, because it did it once. It hasn't given me a hasn't given me anything yet, so maybe it's not. Maybe I have to do something else. I don't know. Notifications. Nope, not there. Oh well, I won't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Let's see. Anyway, so it's been kind of busy today, because yesterday I did the video, and so today I was working on something different. But anyway, so I wrote these down because it's just easier. So for the big box holder, you need to cut a piece. And so I used a 12 by 12 sheet for this one. Okay, so I have some 12 by 12 sheets of regular cardstock. And so you need a 12-inch piece of paper, and 3 5/8. So this is 12 inches, and it's 3 5/8 inches wide. And then on the long side, you score it at 6 1/2. And so I've labeled this one back and base, because when you, let me get my phone folder. So this one is actually the back. So if you hold it up against here so it's easier to see. Okay, so this is the back of that, right? So it's the back at part of the base, okay? So that's that. And then we need another piece for the base. And so this one is the base and the front. And it kind of helps to have these little things on them, especially when you first start making them. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so this is the front. So what happens is this goes like this, okay? And so this is what you want, because this is the front of the, it's lower, so it comes down like this, okay? So then we have to do the sides of it, and we're gonna do the sides. I'm cutting the paper for the sides, because I don't think I cut the paper. Let me see if I cut the paper for the sides. I was so busy doing other stuff, I probably didn't cut it. Oh wait, maybe I did. Let's see. Nope, I didn't cut it, so I'll cut it. No biggie. Okay. And this is for the box. Okay, so that's these. Okay, so we'll set these over here for now. And then for the side, I need 8.5 by 7.5. So I've got paper, plenty of paper. This is Tranquil Tide, which is also retired. It's got a pretty color. So for the sides, you will need 2 sheets of paper because of the way they are. Let me get my trusty cutter. Okay, so this one we need to have 2 of them. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Barry. So we need to have 2 of this particular ones. And so this is what we're cutting out here, is this side and this side, okay? So it goes together pretty fast, but okay. So we need 2 that are 7.5, 8.5 by 7.5, okay? So let me get this out here. Make sure you guys can see it. Okay, so I do 7.5 on the short side first because it gives me a bigger piece on the longer side. Okay, so 7.5, and then this one is 8.5. So 8.5. Okay, and we cut that. Okay, and then we'll score that next. So this one is 7.5. 7.5 by 8.5. And if you're making this, one of the things I think saves a lot of time is that you like do all the cutting and then do all the assembly and everything, especially for the little boxes, because the little boxes take a little bit longer when you just do one at a time, and you need 6 of them. Okay, so what we do on this one is you score 1 inch on the long side first. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 inch, 1 inch, and then we're gonna rotate it clockwise, and then we're gonna do another inch, and then we're gonna rotate it. Hi, Wendy. And then we're gonna do another inch. Okay, so we've got 3 inches like this. Okay, so then let's do the other one. Find it. On the long side, you start. So we do 1 inch. I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna do 1 inch. Turn it, and we do 1 inch. Okay. Oops. See, that's what happens sometimes. It wants to move on you. Okay, anyway. So that's that. And then put this away. Okay. So for this one, we are going to measure up 3 inches. 3 inches of the long side. So let me get my ruler. So this is the side. So we're going to measure up. So we're above on this line here, okay, is where we're going to start measuring. So we're going to put our 3 inches there. And so then we're going to make a mark right here. Okay. And then we're going to come across straight. As straight as I can be. Okay. So then we're going to go all the way up to this quarter, and we're going to go where our mark is. We're going to do it just like this. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and mark the other one, and I'll cut them both. Okay, so then you've done this one on the left side, so let's do the right side. So you go up, you put your ruler to 3 inches of that mark up to here. I'd mark this over. And then do this one up to here. Okay. All right. So then we take our scissors, and you could use your snips. You could actually use your paper cutter if you want, but I'm just using my scissors, my bigger scissors, because when I use the bigger scissors, I actually get a straighter cut than the little one. It looks nicer. So that's that. And then down here we cut, I'll use my little snips for that. We cut a little bit wider angle here, and a little bit wider angle here. And then we do the same thing over here. A little bit wider angle. Okay, so that's that. And then, so that's one. Let's do the other one. Here. These are really, really, really nice storage containers, because I don't know about you, but I have so much DSP, and it's, you know, I don't have to I don't have to shuffle through it. I could read what the labels are, and it's nice, organized storage, and it works for me. So I like it. I didn't design this. There's lots of different storage devices, storage sets on Pinterest or YouTube or whatever. But this one actually, it came from a UK gal, and I'll give you her name. It came from SallyStampers.com, and she's UK. And so I liked hers the best, and so that's what I have been doing. Okay, so here's what we need to do. I'm going to put the DSP on, but what I want to do first is make sure, I don't know about you, but so I like to make sure that I've got the folded the right way. Okay, so I have this one folded this way. That's got to go here. And then let me do this one. So this one's got to go over here. So I want to make sure that I'm folding it the right way, because I'm going to burnish it, put my DSP on, because I want to, even though I made a few of them, I'm on camera, so you know, if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen. So I just want to try to not make any mistakes. So I've made a lot of these, so it's kind of second nature. And so this one I did wrong, but all I have to do is fold it the other way. Thought I was folding it the right way, but this is why I do a double check. Okay, so this one goes on here, and this one goes on here. Okay, so that's how it'll be on the inside, not the outside. Okay, so I'm going to set those over there, and we are going to go ahead and put this one together so it can be gluing. Okay, so this is the base, the back, and the base. Okay, so this is the back, and this is the base. Okay, so we want, and this is the front. So what we're going to do is turn this over like this, and then we're going to move this one over to here. Okay, and so we want to glue this one. That one. Yeah, that's the back. Like that. And then this will be, that'll be the back, and this will be the front, like that. Okay, so what we want to do is glue this one because it's longer. Okay, so it's got to be a little bit longer, but that's what we want. So we put the glue on here. So let me get my glue. I mean, you could use whatever your adhesive of choice is. I like using the Tombow most of the time, because I don't know about you, but I like having a little bit extra time. So you kind of want to see if you could get that straight, and then you put it, stand it on its end to make sure that it's straight. And then I just run the bowl folder on it, so I can take this off now because I don't need that anymore. Take this off so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's that. And then we're going to put the DSP out here, but what we're going to do is see, this is how this will go. If you can see how that goes. Hey, Ed. Hey, Kelly. So that's how that'll go. The one will go on. So it goes on the inside. But first I want to cut the DSP and put that on here. Okay, so here's the little trickaroo. Not really, but. So I'm going to use this color. And so what you want to do is you want to figure out like how much you want here. And then, you know, how much edge you want to show that color. Okay, so then, and you also want to know where you put your little tick mark up here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, like this. Okay, make sure you can see. And then I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to bring it down. See how I'm leaving a little bit of space here? You can see that. I'm leaving a little space, okay? And this is kind of personal choice how you want to do it, but I'm just telling you how I do it. Okay. And she does it the same thing in the video, but you know, you could do anything you want. And you know, you don't have to use, I mean, you want to use DSP, but you could use anything you want. You don't have to use anything that's going to go with your papers, you know, that you're going to store in them. Just whatever, I mean, for me, it's just whatever, you know, if I'm using retired paper, then that's perfect because, you know, I can only use it for my projects, you know, as a demo. I can't make, wouldn't pay me to make projects with retired paper because, you know, you couldn't, I would just be like teasing you. You couldn't use it. I mean, you couldn't. But for this, you could use any paper you want to. So it's not really a big deal. Okay, so that's that one. And then we'll do the same thing on this one. So let me get the other piece. Here it is. So yeah, so this was Thanksgiving paper, but I like this color on the back. And this is not a current color either, but, and so it's not really a match, but it looks good enough to have on there. So I'm happy with it. But anyway, I hope you guys will try making these. I'm telling you, it's just a really great way to store paper. And so that's why I wanted to do it for a while, because I just have paper stacked up, and I had to keep moving it around to see what I had, and it's really hard inventory wise to see what you have when you have to keep moving it around. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. Okay, and that one is here. Yep. Trust me, whew, sometimes. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, so I did some cutting, but I wanted to cut some of this so you guys could see me do it. It's harder to explain it, and it's easier if you see it. So doing it in a video, you could actually, it's much easier, I think, to watch what someone else does. Okay, and I use the tear and tape on all of this. So the tear and tape will go on. Let's see. Okay, so we've got this now. So the tear and tape will go on, and then these will fit like this. Okay, so I'm going to put the tear and tape on all of these sides. Let's see, where is my tear and tape? Here it is. And the one thing you do, you go through a lot of tear and tape. I'll say that. Definitely. But you could use glue if you wanted to. It would work fine. It's just, I think the tear and tape is a little more secure for me, because otherwise I feel like I'd have to hold it for too long. And then I don't want it to come apart so easily. So that's that one. And then this one. And it'll be really nice when it's done. Okay, that one. Good. This one, and then the other boxes, the little boxes, go together pretty fast. But you just have to make a few of them. Okay, so I try to do these together, and I'll show you a little trick, or at least how I think it works better. So, okay. So we know this is the back, and this is the front. So, and we know that this one has to go here, and that one has to go, well, wait a second. This one, no. This one goes here. See, this is why I do it so many times. I've done it, what, 9 times now? And I'm still like checking and double checking, like measure twice, cut once. Okay, all right. So I do this one first. So I pull off, and I mean, if you're brave, you could pull all of the tape off if you want to. But I I don't. Where's my take your pick tool? Oh, I've got one. I have several of those actually. There it is. Okay. So I take off the bottom one first. So this goes here like this. All right. So I fold it like this, right? And then so you can see where this is here and this is here, okay? So I want to make sure you can see this. Okay, so there's a crease here and a crease there. So I bring this, see where the two lines meet, and then I do the same thing here, okay? And then you just take it over. And again, you could do it any way you want, but this is how I do it. Okay, so then that's there, okay? So then I turn it around and I do the same thing with this one, okay? So, because you're getting it on straight, and so once you get this on straight, this part on the straight, the other ones just kind of fall in line. We do it that way, okay? So then you can see how that works. Okay, so then we have this, and then we have the front. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one off, and I like to do it this way just because I find that lining up edges is a little challenging. So for this one, I kind of hold it up, and you want to like start at the bottom, okay, and then at the top, because you want it to be square. See, but it doesn't matter if it comes over a little bit because it's your box and it's really a storage device. So there's that one. So see, we've got that one there, and then this one is going to go here, but I'm going to do this one last. And for some reason, I'll show this to you. For some reason, there's this little bit of paper here that I have to trim off, and so this side is okay, but for some reason, this side isn't. So this time anyway, but I check it because it's much easier to cut off a little bit before you put it together. And again, you don't have to be that precise, but for me, it's, I just like it. Okay, so here we're going to do this one now. So we'll pull this one. And I'm going fairly slowly with you guys because I know you could do it a lot faster, but I'd rather take the extra time and make sure that you can go back on the video if you decide to make them. Okay, so then do my bow folder in here. Okay, so then we've got all of these together, okay? And if you want to put more DSP back here, but when I store my boxes, I store them like this. So this is to the back of the shelf, but if you, depending on how you want to display them, you could put, you could display them this way, and then you could write all the different DSPs on here and just keep it on a shelf, and they just pull it out. But I store it like this with my labels on this side of it. But it's personal choice, whatever you have. Okay, so last but not least is we will do this one. And it's just a thing for me. I don't like to take all the tape off at one time because invariably something's going to get stuck when it shouldn't get stuck, and I would rather just take it off a little bit at a time. Do it. Now the little boxes, I take it all off because they're just so small. Okay, so now I've got to cut a piece of DSP for that, and the DSP for that is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. So let me get my cutting again. This cutting. So it is 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Okay. And then this is where it's going to go. Okay, so this goes here. I really like this gingham. This color gingham is pretty. Okay, so we're to be done with this box, and then I'll show you how to do the other boxes. And I'm going to only make, I might make 2, but I'll probably just make, we'll see. I might make 2, I might just make 1. We'll see. Depends on how much time I have. It's got to go this way. I don't want to drag you guys out too long. Wednesday night. It's hump day. Okay, so then I just push it down here like this, and then I run my bulb folder in here just to help to do it. Now, the reason that you should put your DSP on before you assemble the box is because see how it's kind of gives, if you put your DSP on before, it just makes it a lot worse, easier to put on. It's it's really hard to put DSP on this. Anyway, so this part is done. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside. We have this one done, and so now we're going to make one of these little boxes. Okay, so let me get a pack of paper real quick. Show you. Okay, so this is like a full pack of paper. Okay, so it'll fits in there really nicely. It's not snug or anything, so it's a 6x6. So you have room to go in there. So it's got a little bit of room. So anyway, that's that. Fits really nicely. So okay, so I've cut 2 of these, and you could put. I did it, but you could put. You could put on here. You can put like all the colors that go with this DSP. You can put it in your computer and then print it out and put it out here. Hi, Tita. Hi, Mackie. Who else is there? I can't see. Anyway, but you could put on each one of the boxes, however you're going to do it. As I put a label on here that tells me what the DSP is. But then you could put, the colors that it goes with so that, if you're trying to figure out how to coordinate it, you could put that out here. I don't have it on mine yet, but I'm thinking I might want to add it because I just look it up in the catalog right now. But anyway, so this one is, and you could do this scoring on your cutting tool, but I'm going to do it. So this is the DSP holder. So you want to cut 2 pages that are 6 inches by 7.5. Okay, so it'll take 2 sheets of paper, but you'll have, if you cut it, depending on how you cut it, you'll have plenty, you'll have paper left over that you could use for other things. But anyway, so it takes 2 sheets for each box. So anyway, okay, so you score 1/2 inch on the long side, and then you rotate it clockwise at 1/2 inch, and you rotate it again, just like we did on the other, only the other box was 1 inch, so this is the 1/2 inch. So, okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So let's make sure you can see this. Make sure you can. Okay, so this one is a 1/2 inch. I have a little bit hard time doing 1/2 inch because it's so close to this edge. Okay, so then this is the long side. Then you turn it just like you did the other one. Okay, but you do a 1/2 inch. And then this one, it's a 1/2 inch. And the other one is 1 inch. Okay, all right, so we're done with that. And then this one, we're going to do the same, 1/2 inch. Okay, then we're going to turn it. So you're basically doing it on 3 sides. So, I mean, I don't really know if I have it, but that's what you're doing. You're doing it on 3 sides. Okay. All right. So that's all of our scoring that we have to do. Okay. So the only thing that's different about this is, so one of these, you cut the little square out completely. You just cut it out where the score line is, right? Where it overlaps, just like that one. So that's how you do that. And this one will be the outside, okay? Because you've got a full thing right there, and I'll show you why you want this to be on the outside in a little bit. Because, I mean, you don't have to. It just looks nicer if you do it this way. It just looks nicer. But anyway, all right. So there's that one. Okay, so this one, you know how we cut the other box, where we cut it at a little bit more of an angle. So that's what you want to do with this one. So one you cut straight, one you cut at an angle, okay? And that's just because, you'll see in a second, but that's how you overlap it. Okay. So we're going to score. I'm telling you, this is really, once you get it, I haven't done this. I haven't done these for probably more than a month now. But I was making a bunch of them. And then I didn't do them. So today I was like, okay, Tony, you gotta. So this is how it's going to go together, right? Is you're going to put this one, see the wider one that you cut out? That's going to go in the middle. That's where you're going to put your tear tape. And then it's going to go together just like this. Isn't that cool? So it's like easy peasy. But you're going to put your tear tape on this side of it, okay? Because you want this to be on the inside, okay? So you turn it over. Just remember that. You turn it over because you want this to be on the inside, okay? So you turn it over. I tried to say this enough so it'll make sense to you, because I'm not really good. I have trouble putting IKEA furniture together, okay? I do. So I'm not really good at pictures. And go to this figure that, thank God my husband is. I just cannot. I've always had trouble with that stuff. So when I see a bunch of instructions on how to do something, it just freaks me the heck out. And anyway, so this one, you could put the Terra tape more in the middle. I'm just kind of being random about it, but you could try to put it more in the middle of this, but it works either way. Okay, so that's stuck into my finger. Okay, so then I always burnish my tape because I want it to stay down. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's hard to get it to stay. Okay, I'm gonna put this glue somewhere. So oh, here it is. Okay, so this one, well, I'm gonna pull all of these off because it's much easier. Oh, see, it's coming up. Start down this end. See if it's gonna come off down here. Oof. Come on, come on. To talk to it sometimes. Okay, but yeah, these, you could make these in any color. Color coding them is really a cool idea if you're that kind of a organizer. Okay, so I'm gonna do it this way, I think. Because that way this will be, this is inside. This will be, I'll try to do it this way. Okay, so, see if I can line this up. And you don't want to go over that crease that is, you want to put this in on this side of the crease, if that makes sense. So yeah, so you want to make sure this crease, that you don't go above this crease. You kind of want to rest it up against that crease. Okay, so that one, the bottom one is down, okay, and I will go back and do these. Now, so this one, when you put this on, you want to make sure before you attach it, okay, that you have a square box. So you kind of want to bring it up because you want the top to click, right? You want it to be, so it's going to make it square. So if you do the top and then just kind of run your hand down here and then just go back like that, okay? Then you've got that. That's how I am anyway. So, because you want it to be square. So you just line it up at the top and then just kind of go down and hold it like this. Okay, so that's that. Okay, but now I take my bone folder and I go inside and I just try to make sure that it's down, because you want it to stay together. And then I do the same thing with this one on this side. Okay, so 6 of them fit in here nicely. Okay, so I'm going to show you. We'll put 6 in here. Here's 3, 4, there's 6. All these I made for us. That's 5. We have one more. Okay, so there's 6. Is that cool? 6 of them go in there. So I just made one with you. This one I just made. Okay, but yeah, what do you think? So I have these dimensions, which I will put down there for you guys. But if you want to see the video that SallyStamper.com, she's in the UK. If you want to see her video and watch her do it, you can. But it's almost exactly the same. I didn't really make any changes because she's made several. There's a lot, like I said, there's lots of different ones, just depends on what you want. But this one to me made the most sense storage wise, because some of them only hold like 4 or 5 and hers holds 6. So I like the bigger, I like the 6 is good because that maximizes the amount of space that you can use it for. So anyway, so again, here's what I did with the Christmas, and then this one I did with some retired Thanksgiving paper, and I used the back of it. And so that is it. So I will appreciate you guys tuning into my Wind Down Wednesday, and hope you have a great evening. Hey, Michelle, Vacky, oh, Tita is there. Okay, I'm going to let you go. My voice is leaving me, but thank you so much. And I'll be back on Saturday Night Live with Tony. So I hope you'll be able to join me. All right. Have a great evening and the rest of your week. All right. God bless. Good night.